Hello all my beautiful sisters from those other misters, welcome back to my channel. Today I am filming a just doing my makeup with new stuff. Almost everything that I'm using in this video is new to me or new to market or both or something. It's new, it's all new stuff. Now this video is going to be really long, and the way that I know that is I've been sitting here for hours filming it. If you want to join me for all of it, go and get a snack and maybe a wine, and let's just get into it. First things first, I'm going to try and cover up some of these spots just a little bit. I'm going to use the Bye Bye Breakout Full Coverage Treatment Concealer. This isn't new, but it's something that I haven't used a lot. So it's kind of new to me. Alright, so that's covered not too bad. Something I will say about it is if you've got dry skin, I have a lot of it. I'm on the prescription retinol at the moment. It clings to dry skin and it does dry quite quickly, so if you're going to try something like that, I would advise not dotting it all over your face before blending. I would dot and blend, dot and blend, dot and blend. Let's move into foundation. So I have the new Benefit Hello Happy Flawless Brightening Foundation here. This is going to be too dark for me, but we'll forgive it for that. It's the shade 4. It is what it is. It was sent in PR, so, you know, take what we can get. Not be too fussy. It does have a pump. Let's see what we look like. Oh, okay. So, you know, not super thick. It's got a little bit of movement, but it's also not really fluid. I'm going to use a new Nakia Joy sponge. Look at her. She's huge. Hang on. I want to compare it to the normal size. So Nakia was so lovely. She sent over her powder, her highlighting palette, and her sponges. So I'm going to play with them all today. Oh, look. So it grows quite big. It's the same size as the pink one. The only difference is the black one has a straight, like a flat edge on one side, and the pink one is round all the way around. So this says it's a medium coverage liquid foundation with SPF 15. Okay, so straight off the bat, something I can tell, shade 4, as I suspected, not right for me. This has more golden undertones. I would say the color family is not really wrong, like it's within sort of my color depth, but the undertone isn't quite right for me. This one is definitely more golden than I am, but that's all right. We can make it work for the sake of testing it out. This sponge is beautiful and soft. This foundation is really nice. Okay, putting aside the fact that the color's not right for me, the way that this sits on the skin is really, really lovely. So where my skin is, you know, pretty normal, I don't have any breakouts, I don't have dry skin, I don't have any issues, it looks like skin. I think if that foundation was the right color for me, it would look absolutely gorgeous. I'll be keen to see how this wears, although I'm not going to be wearing it for a long time today. But it looks gorgeous on the skin. I'm going to put on a bit more to see how it builds. We'll just concentrate it here in the center. You know what? I really like that foundation. I want it in my shade, but I really enjoy the way that sits on the skin. Even with that second layer, it's not looking thick or cakey, and I really didn't want to do this, but I'm going to show you my spots because I think the dry skin that I'm expecting, it's not as bad as I thought it would be. I mean, it's not great, but in terms of how dry and flaky my skin is at the moment, it's actually really not that bad. I need to do something really quickly with my eyes. I'm going to use a little palette from CoverGirl. This is the True Naked Queenship palette. So I'm just going to do something really quick and simple. We'll see what the formula's like. I am going to use the Pony Effect Pro Fit Liquid Concealer as a base. Oh god, it's going to be too light compared to this foundation, isn't it? Look, we'll see how we go. She's super light. She's super light, super light. She's super light, yeah. I'm taking a little bit of the foundation. Just gonna mix that with it to, I don't know, try to save the situation. I'm digging into Nakia Joy's Velvet Finishing Powder. I'm gonna use this to set between my crease and my brow. Oh! Oh, it smells like cake. Oh, yum. Oh, finely milled powder. Oh. Okay, I'm going to reserve judgment of powder until I actually get it all over my face, but I think I like it. All right, let's do a really quick eye with this palette. So there's only one matte in here. It is this sort of taupey shade, which is fine. I'm going to use a Refa brush. This is a new one that was recently sent to me, or a new one to me. It's already part of their existing sort of line, but it's new to me. It's the P07F. It might have a different number in their core collection because I know these are like the prototypes. But I'm going to get her on. She's a big one. She's a big brush, but she's got a tapered tip, and I might have too much eyeshadow on there, but we'll see. Oh. Okay, let's do a really quick first impression review of this brush. Because it's huge, like you can see, this is a large brush for my little eyes. That tapered tip allows you to have precision where you can get it like just in the crease. But then because the bristles are really nice and soft and flexible, you can see like little bit of pressure, you can really push those or push that tip down quite far with tiny bit of pressure. That kind of allows you to do something controlled in the center with a light hand just using the tip, or you can put more pressure and really sort of blow it out without it feeling scratchy or like you're pushing hard on the delicate eye skin. I really like Refa brushes, they're clever. Sigma E27 here. This is one of their new detail brushes. It's a detail blending. Let's do a like gold and sort of purpley eye. So gold on the inner corner or inner part of the eye, purple on the outer part. Let's do it. Wow, okay. I really want to use this brush. This is the Worker 3 from Sonia G, and Madeline sent this as a gift and I haven't used it yet. But I'm going to use it for eyeshadow. I thought first thing I would do would be use it for concealer, but let's use it for a traditional purpose and see how it applies. The answer is beautifully. From Refa, I have the P07E, so this is their little detail blending brush. I'm just going to use that in the crease and across those two shades to blend them together. All right, I'm going to use another brush from Sigma just to like tidy up this sort of outer corner where I've got some hard edges. This is the E44 Firm Blender, so this is not new to their repertoire, but I do also have the Precision Firm Blender, which is the mini version of this brush. Now, I think I need something a bit bigger for what I want to do, so I'm going to use the big one. We might come back to the small one in another video. That was fun. I like brushes, and I'm actually pretty happy with how this performed. I'm gonna say, like, I am not ever the first person to scream the praises of drugstore eyeshadow palettes. I have used many that I personally feel are overpriced, and the quality is just really, really not great. However, I don't mind this one. I think it's not bad. I don't know how much it costs. Maybe I'll insert it on the screen if I'm not lazy. But I feel like the matte shade in there, it applied nicely. It's got good pigmentation and it blended well. The shimmers, they adhered to the eye well. They've got good pigmentation. I think the only thing that I feel personally sets this palette back for me is that I want an extra matte shade. One or two, maybe. I'm gonna put more concealer under my eyes. Pony effect again. Let's try and tidy this up. I do have some fallout from the, oh God, it's too light. I do have some fallout from the CoverGirl palette. So we'll just clean that up. I'm also gonna take a little bit extra of the foundation from Benefit just to try and fix this. I'm going to use the clean side of the sponge to lift up some of that product because I don't need that much under my eyes. I need to set my face. I am going to use the Nakia Joy Velvet Finishing Powder. I'm pretty excited about this because if it looks as nice on the rest of my face as it did on my brow bone, I'm ready. I am so ready to have this in my life. Just gonna dust it under my eyes with the mini powder brush from Quartz Beauty. Oh my God, I want to eat it. It smells great. And now I'm going to dig into my gigantic Refa brush. This is the number 6, also known as the number 11. I believed they renumbered it. That is a really beautiful powder. It's really finely milled, so a lot will pick up in a brush. So like tapping it off is a good idea if you just want a little bit. You don't need a lot of powder to set the base. It sets quite well. It doesn't look heavy on the skin. It doesn't look overly powdered, which for me at this point, almost anything, I can put water on my face and it looks over powdered due to how dry my skin is. But that is so nice. Compared to what I've been using in my project pan, the Stay Matte from Rimmel. My God, I need to finish the Stay Matte so I can just play with this powder. That is a really, really beautiful powder. This brush is beautiful and soft. My God, everything is going so well today. Okay, everything is going so well. I feel like I should definitely throw a spanner into the works and use something else. It's probably going to be the wrong color for me. It is the Hoola Caramel Bronzer from Benefit. I am really curious about whether this shade would ever work for me. It probably won't. I reckon it's going to be too warm toned, but you're never going to know if you don't give it a go. So let's try. Whoa. Let's try and get some of that excess off because that's a lot. the formula seems normal, like the Hoola formula. So if you're familiar with that, I don't see any difference with the formula. Setting aside the fact that the color is not right for me, I think it seems like a nice product, and I do really think that Benefit's range needs shades like this. So I think it's great that they've done it. I'm gonna play with something that was subscriber gifted. This is another item from Madeline. So this is the Natasha Denona Bloom Blush and Glow palette. I kind of want to use this, but it's cream, isn't it? I might. Look, I feel like this video is going so well. I don't know if I should jinx myself. Like, I should probably just use this beautiful baby. Today, when I sat down to film today, I literally like had this internal battle for probably 15 minutes where I was like, do I even want to film this? This is gonna go to shit. My skin looks so bad. I'm having a bad day. And I feel like everything I've done so far has just worked. Even when it shouldn't work, it's just worked. So, oh, does that mean I should use the red? Maybe I should use the red. I don't know. Screw it. We're gonna use the red. But I'm gonna try and pick it up tiny bit on this, it's a Wayne Goss brush, I believe. Yeah, it's a number 14. Oh, wait, can you see that red hint? So you can't really see it there, but when I turn it, you'll be able to see it up here. It looks like a little bit, but I reckon it's gonna be a lot. All right, let's see how this goes. No guts, no glory, am I right? Oh. Okay, well, there was really nothing to be afraid of there because it went on beautifully. There's no like grabbing, there's no patchiness. It went on really smoothly. It's pigmented, but it's easy to pick up a tiny bit of product and blend it out over a larger surface so that it doesn't look like clown face. Madeline, what are you doing to me? Yeah, I would like to play with the highlighters in here, but I have another highlighting product. It is the Illuminate highlighting palette from Luxury highlighting palette from Nakia Joy Cosmetics, and I am curious about this. I opened it up the other day to have a look at it, and it's pretty. Now you guys, a lot of you will know I am not the type of person to go out and buy highlighting palettes because I have too many highlighters. Many of them are palettes and I've only got one little face. So I try to really curb my highlight spending at the moment, but I gotta say this is a pretty palette. I'm going to swatch the palette so that I can choose a shade or multiple shades. We have Glisten, this one is Glimmer, and this one is Glow. And then we have Gleam, Gilded, and Golden. I think I'm actually gonna go the gold shade. I might go Glimmer. I'm using a Hakuhodo B5521 to apply this. Oh. I'm going to take a little bit of Glow, which is this one here. So I just used Glimmer on my cheekbones. I'm going to use a little bit of Glow, and oh my god, like this picks up really easy. So you don't need a lot because she's blinding. Jesus. Nakia, you weren't trying to be subtle, were you? look at it. That is intense. That is an intense highlighter. If you like an intense highlighter, you might very well love this. Let me show you how it looks on the skin. All right, so there it is. It's got a lot of reflect in it, so when it goes on the skin, it shines really bright. I don't feel like it accentuates heaps of texture. This is from Sigma. It is the light color and shape. Oh God. The shade is light. It's in the shade light, and it's the color and shape brow powder duo. So here it is. I have used this shade. I'm going to use both shades. So let's see how she goes. Let's see how she goes. And if I don't like it, I will pull out something else from Sigma that I've been loving. No complaints there. I'm gonna also go in with another Sigma product. This is the Tint and Tame Brow Gel. I have the shade Light again. Oh, I don't know. Oh, wait. I feel like that's a bit of a big wand. Oh, look. Something's gotta go wrong in this video, so maybe it'll be this. I'm going with a brushed up brow today because that is actually how I like to wear my brows when I'm testing out products, brow products that are meant to have hold. If this actually has decent hold, my brows will stay up like this all day. If they don't, my hairs will start to go zoom back into their normal position. So there we go. I do think personally the little like spoolie maybe a tiny bit too big for me. It's just a little bit too sort of wide. I do like a bit of a smaller one, and also the formula of this is quite thin and quite fluid, so because the spoolie is just a tiny bit big, you have to be, or I have to be, quite careful with where I apply it, so that I'm not sort of getting it outside of where I want it. But so far I can feel that it's holding the brows without making them too crunchy. I don't mind a crunchy brow. To me, that makes me feel like things are being held into place. I know some people don't like it, but it's not too crunchy. I want to finish off my eyes, and to start the ball rolling on that, I need an eyeliner. This is the Wink Ink from Mecca Max. So this is their new pen liner. It's a felt tip. Okay, now felt tips, not my fave, but we'll give it a go. Where's my mirror? Do we want to get closer for this? Don't look too closely at my skin. Oh God, I balked that. Okay, I have to stop here. I got the shaky hands today, which is great, probably because I didn't have breakfast. I'm gonna finish this eye off camera, but what I want to say about this is the tip is, oh wait, I've got manual focus on. Oh, the tip is super fine, and it's not super flexible. So when the tip touches the skin, it doesn't sort of bend in any way to warp the precision that super sharp tip offers, which is great, but it's not so firm that it feels like you're trying to apply eyeliner with a toothpick. So it's a nice balance. Felt tips, not my fave. I've not made any secret of that over the years, but I don't mind this one so far. The wings are sisters, not twins, but that's perfectly okay. So the formula is nice and black. which is great. It is, it doesn't dry completely matte. It has a slight sheen to it, which I have no issue with. I had a tiny bit of bleeding on the inner corner, but no one's gonna see that. That's just me being super, super picky. I actually quite like that. I have a new mascara here from Too Faced. This is the Damn Girl mascara. Damn girl, she's big. Jokes aside, it's not the Damn Girl mascara from Too Faced, but massive shout out to Shanae for giving me the absurdly ridiculous PR case for the Damn Girl mascara from Too Faced. The mascara I'm using is actually the Wink Ink Super Mascara from Mecca Max. So they launched this alongside the new eyeliner. Let me put it on properly and see what it's like. I feel like that has enhanced this set of lashes quite nicely, which is great. Is this a waterproof? Are you waterproof? Okay, it's not waterproof, but it says it's a flake-free formula that offers an intensely pigmented, lengthened and volumized look. And I would say that's fairly accurate. It's lengthened them nicely. I don't know if they're really volumized, but they're defined, which is nice. I would wear this. Okay, I do think it starts to clump a little bit. This set of lashes on my left eye are what I consider my problem lashes. These guys are the golden child. These guys are the sometimes you really annoy me children. So I feel like on this side they have sort of, I don't know if you'll be able to see, I can't look in the mirror and show you at the same time, but I feel like they're sort of sticking together at the very tips of the lashes, but that's right, you can comb them out. I'm gonna put on false lashes, so it doesn't matter. I wanna put some coral mascara on my eyes. So this is the Colourpop Volumizing Mascara in, Lovers Coral. This is the perfect time for the Hakuhodo J4006. So this is a really stiff little synthetic fan brush, and it's great for putting mascara on the lower lashes. I feel like you can tell that they're like, look, I just think they're pink. I just think they're pink lashes. But you can see the color at least. Look, I don't hate coral mascara. I think that's a little bit fun. I have some lashes from Nakia Joy Cosmetics. I think these might be the newest addition to her line. I'm not sure. But I have 3 sets here. So there's 2 in the, I think these are the luxe lashes. I have the Alexas, which are huge and will literally eat my face. Then we have the Avas, also quite big, but they're a PC lash. Because I have small eyes, I tend to go for something a bit more small. And these ones from the standard line are the Athenas, and I think I'm going to use these, but what I'm going to do, let me open them up and show you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to trim these lashes around here. So they're sort of, it's like they're double stacked in the center and a little bit sort of crisscrossy on the inner corner, and then they've just got those feathery lashes on the outer corner. So I'm going to trim them so I'm using this part of the lash. Even with all that excess lash cut off, These are huge on me, and I'm wearing them as a full bar lash. So they go from the inner corner all the way to the outer corner. I'm gonna pretty much leave my eyes there except one thing. I'm gonna get a sneaky Project Pan item in here. This is my Flormar Ultra Copper pencil. I'm just gonna run a little bit of that along my lower lash line and my waterline. All right, I've got two more things I want to play with. This is a NARS Audacious lipstick from the Connor Tingley collection. It is in the shade Carrera, and this was sent by a Beauty News subscriber, Mimi. Thank you so much. Look at the packaging. It's beautiful. I have a really really soft spot for NARS limited edition packaging products, and when they're beautiful colors like this, makes me a very happy person. God, the Audacious lipstick formula is just so beautiful, so light and pigmented. I love it. I love it. Thank you, Mimi. Thank you. Okay, last thing, setting spray. This is the Becca Skin Love Glow Shield Prime and Set Mist infused with Glow Nectar Brightening Brightening Hydra Complex. Why can't I get, oh, there we go. So I bought this recently because it smells absolutely divine, and I'm gonna wear it today. Oh my God. Oh my, like, what the hell? You smell delicious. I want to eat you. I'm putting too much on, aren't I? More. Alright, so it's got a fairly fine mister. It's not a micro mister though, but it's fine enough that it doesn't really leave like, it's all over my mirror. So it's fine enough that it doesn't leave like splotches of wetness on the face, which is nice. I don't know if that's going to break down my foundation quicker or not. Time will tell. However, it's not going to be today, because I'm actually going to go and wash this right off, because you guys saw how bad my skin is, and I'm trying to give it a break. All right, so that's the look. I'm going to do a really quick recap about everything that I used in this video, but I think the one thing that I want to say right now is when I sat down to film this video this morning, I was feeling really down in the dumps, and I have been for a little while about my skin. It's very frustrating when it feels like nothing is improving, or it's improving so slowly, and when you do start to see improvements, it's almost like taking one step forward, two steps back. So I've been feeling that way about my skin lately, and I've really not been playing with new products. I've just been using what I have to, and I've only been wearing, not using what I have to, I've been using like my Project Pan stuff, and only been wearing makeup when I feel like I have to, like when I'm sitting down to film Beauty News, or if I'm sitting down to film for my channel. So I've not had a very good relationship with makeup over the last couple of months. It's just, I don't know, like, I think if you've ever had skin problems, you understand, even if you just have like a couple of hormonal spots here and there, it can really like beat you down. So, I wasn't really looking forward to filming this. However, I feel like everything that I used today was just such a pleasure to use, and everything just went so smoothly. Okay, the foundation shade's not the right color for me. Hula Caramel, I knew that wouldn't be the right shade for me, but I was curious about it. And I just think everything worked, even when things weren't quite they weren't perfect for me, color-wise or whatever. everything just worked. It worked really beautifully. Starting with the concealers and the foundation. The Bye Bye Breakout Concealer from It Cosmetics, I felt like this had pretty decent coverage. I just used a little bit of it and gently sort of pat it over my, you know, scarring and my spots. And I felt like it covered enough. It was good. I don't think this is going to be suitable if you are similar to me and you have a lot of dry flaking skin due to your skin just being like that, or if you are treating your breakouts with products that might cause dry flaky skin. This does accentuate that, so there's that. But if you have like the occasional spot, this one you might very well enjoy it. It does contain salicylic acid. It's designed to treat spots while it's being worn, so there we go. The Pony Effect Pro Fit Liquid Concealer. I purchased this one on, or I got it off YesStyle based off Kat's recommendation, and I quite liked it. Okay, granted, it was very light in comparison to the foundation, but sometimes that happens. I actually think this would be a pretty decent color for my actual color at the moment, and that one is, it's a bit of a winner. I like the way it looks under my eyes. It doesn't look cakey, and it hasn't creased yet, which is great. The Benefit Hello Happy Flawless Brightening Foundation. Wow. I wasn't sure how I would feel about this. Since I didn't like the original Hello Happy foundation that much, I was a bit like, I don't know if I'm gonna like this. Oh my god, it is beautiful. Where my skin is normal, where my skin is not, you know, going through things, even, you know, here on my cheeks where I don't have dry skin but I do have breakouts, I love the way the foundation is sitting on the skin. It is beautiful. I want this in my shade. I want this in my actual shade. Let's do some Nakia Joy things. The powder, wow. Not only does it smell good enough to eat, but it looks so nice on the skin. It goes well with the Benefit foundation. It looks smooth. It blurs just a little bit, but not, you know, okay, nothing is gonna blur that much unless it's Photoshop or Facetune. But it softens everything, and it doesn't look heavy on the skin. It looks matte without being cakey or powdery. It's really pretty. Even where I'm super dry, okay, I got flaking dry skin. It's trying to peel off my face as I speak, but it doesn't look over powdered. I like it. That one will be staying on my desk. The sponges, these are really nice. So I've only tried the black one. I haven't tried the pink one, but they're the same consistency. The only difference is the shape of the different sponges. Blows up really big when it gets wet, as you can see, and super soft. They're really beautiful. They are similar to the Ella Cosmetics consistency, the sponginess, if you've ever felt them. So there you go. Good job, Nakia. The Benefit Hoola Caramel Bronzer. Okay, it's not the right shade for me. That's fine. We accept that. But the formula is very nice. It's what I know and love from Benefit. I am going to pass this on to someone who it will be more suited for. But it blended out beautifully, and even though it is not the right shade for me, I've still managed to make it work, which is great. That speaks volumes about the formula. The blush palette, Madeline, what have you done? You've made me really enjoy the formula of a very expensive brand. Thank you so much. So I used this one, which is, what are you called? Do you have a name? It's just called Cream Blush. There we go. But it's a gorgeous red shade. And while you might look at that and go, no, that is not usable for someone of my coloring, you can see it's not crazy. It went on beautifully soft. It was, while it's quite pigmented and you can clearly see it on your brush when you pick it up, it blends out really evenly, which means you can use a tiny amount and you can put it on without it looking like clown face, which is great. Madeline, I thank you and I love you dearly, but I am gonna come and have to strangle you because I cannot afford a habit like this. Then there's the Illuminate Luxury Highlighting Palette from Nakia Joy. Now guys, I've made no secret that, you know, I have too many highlighters and I'm overrun with the highlighters, so this is not the type of product that I would purchase for myself. However, if you still love highlighting palettes, if you're a fan of Nakia and you're like, this actually speaks to me in volumes, is it nice? Yeah, it is. The formula is really nice. These are intense highlighters, but I feel like they don't accentuate the texture too badly. Now, highlighters like this will always accentuate, all highlighters will accentuate texture. Let's be very clear about that. They will. It's the nature of highlighting. They highlight things. But in terms of this very blinding formula, I personally feel like it's not bad. Look at it. You can see. Not too much texture accentuated, which is great. And of course, thank you to Nakia for sending this and the powder and the sponges. I like it all. All right, what else is there? I've got brows, eyeliner, mascara. I like the powder from Sigma, and so far I'm liking the brow gel. I do feel like I'm having a little bit of dropping with the hairs, but it's not a lot. This one, I'll keep going with it. The eyeliner, I do like that really, really fine tip. Like, it's sharp. It is really sharp. I quite like that. And I love that it's widely available to Australians in Mecca. It's not expensive. That's nice. Same goes for the Wink Ink mascara from Mecca Max. I quite like it. It's not an absolute fave for me. It's not going to become a holy grail, but I think it's a pretty decent mascara, and I know it's not expensive, and again, it's widely available. Shout out to Shanae for my damn girl. I love this, and it's going back here somewhere to be on display. Coral mascara from Colourpop. I mean, you can see it. You can see it. I don't think it's like, you know, intensely vibrant, but you can see it. You can see there's a hint of like corally pink there. I think it's pretty and it's fun. Oh, something else I forgot from Nakia Joy, the lashes. So, I mean, I think I've got a small head because these, even though I cut off like the longest parts of these lashes, they're still huge on me. But I will say I do really enjoy the quality of Nakia Joy's eyelashes. They're really nice and they come in a ton of designs, so there's something to suit everyone. I have used lashes from her range which fit my eyes just perfectly. The CoverGirl palette, now I had very low expectations, and often I do with drugstore palettes because more often than not, I just don't find them very impressive. However, there was really no disappointment with it. Oh, okay, one thing I'm disappointed in. I want more matte shades in there because the matte shade was really beautiful. It had good pigmentation. It blended out really easily. I like it. It's quite good. The lipstick from NARS. Ooh, she's a beautiful, beautiful shade. I would call this like an apricot nude, maybe. It's pretty. I really, really like this. Thank you, Mimi. Now I have a Connor Tingley addition to my NARS collection. Then there's the Becca Skin Love Glow Shield Prime and Set Mist. So I feel like I look shinier on camera than I do in person. And I feel like that happened after this. So if you have oily skin, you might not love this as a finishing mist. You might like it as a priming mist. That's how I'll use it next. I'll try it as a priming mist. In person, I really don't mind the way my foundation looks. On camera, I feel like in here, I'm throwing off a bit too much glow, too much light coming off here, and I think that's this. Doesn't mean I hate it, just means I've got to play with it a bit more. So yeah. And finally, the new to me brushes that I played with. So I had 3 from Refa. I've got the number 6, which is also known as the number 11. Guys, if you got on the Kickstarter and you managed to get the number 11, you are so lucky. Like, I can't even tell you how lucky you are. This brush is really beautiful. It is insanely soft and it is huge. It's nice, guys. It's really nice. I'm so happy to have this. I feel like I can't really find my words with this because I know being a natural hairbrush of such quality, like I can feel the quality of these hairs. The hairs are so long. They are so long. The brush is so big. I just know that like a lot goes into this. This is a lot, and it's really, it makes me emotional. Then we have the blenders. So we've got the larger one and the smaller one. Look at them in comparison to each other. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful brushes. I won't say too much about them because I do like to use my brushes quite a bit to sort of get a good feel for them. But this little guy, I can already tell this is going to be used very, very frequently in my day-to-day makeup, because these types of brushes for me are often the most useful when I'm doing eye work. And this guy, this surprised me. I expected him to be a bit firmer. Suddenly he's a boy, but anyway, I expected it to be a bit firmer, and I expected to only have precision, or like larger precision blending, if that makes sense, because of that tip. But the flexibility of the hairs and the way just a little bit of pressure allows things to splay, it means it blends really nicely, so you can have precision and like blown out blending. I really like it. Then we have the Sonia G number 3, or it's the Worker 3. Thank you again, Madeline. I have been wanting this brush for quite a while now. I wanted the number 2, and then I discovered they had the number 3, and I was like, I've got to get the 3, and Madeline got it for me. Thank you so much. I really love it, and next time I use this, I'm gonna go wash it. I'm gonna use it for concealers. I'm excited to try that out, so thank you so much. And just quickly, the brushes that I used from Sigma that are new to me, and this one, which is the Firm Blender, is not new to Sigma. It's already a part of their repertoire. It's new to me. It's a great little brush. It looks quite dense due to sort of the squatness of the brush and the diameter of it, but it's actually got really good flexibility. So it's not really firmly packed, which means it does blend well, but the bristles still have a firmness to them, which allows a lot of control, which is nice. Then there's the detail blending, and this is one of the newer ones to the Sigma line. So it's a small version of one of their blending brushes, and it's nice. I really like it. I would say that that's a little bit of a multi-purpose brush. It has sort of the flat edge that you would have from an eyeshadow packing brush, but it also has the flexibility that allows you to blend with it. So there you go. All right, guys, I'm gonna wrap it up there because I've been here for a long time. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up and feel free to leave your comments about anything you saw in this video. Is there anything here that you have tried and loved, or tried and didn't get along with, or have you spotted some things that you are now curious about? Let me know all of your feels down in the comments section. I look forward to hearing your thoughts on the products that you saw in this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.